It's necessary we talk about Kobbie Mainoo's situation at Manchester United and if there's a possibility he leaves the club this summer. I reckon, and surely everyone knows Mainoo, and there's no need for me to tell you he's one of the biggest talents in the world. Even though I respect and like a manager such as Ruben Amorim, his use and treatment of Mainoo is really ugly, because quite simply, he sees him as a substitute for Bruno Fernandes and plays him in the same position. And I say this with no disrespect to Bruno, but in Ruben Amorim's system specifically, Mainoo is more suitable for this setup. Of course, he doesn't have Bruno's creativity, but as a player who can play as a 6 and an 8 combined, Mainoo is much better in that role. And Mainoo's situation has raised many questions. Does he have to leave Manchester United? Or should he wait and try his luck with Ruben Amorim, or maybe try his luck from another angle, wait until Ruben Amorim gets sacked and another manager comes and plays him? Let's start with the worst scenario for United fans. If Mainoo decides to move, which club is most suitable for him? Honestly, any big club in Europe competing in the Champions League needs a player like Mainoo. But for me, the most suitable option is Bayern Munich. I know that having Mainoo with Kimmich in the same midfield might not look ideal, but trust me, it won't be a disaster. On the contrary, it would be a very strong midfield. Mainoo could allow Kimmich to play a more advanced role while he takes on the 6th position without having to be purely defensive like Kompany style. And this partnership could challenge many teams in the Champions League. And for those saying Mainoo isn't a 6, no, he can play the holding 6 role very well, just as he can as an 8. Another possible choice is Paris Saint-Germain. Don't tell me a midfield made up of Vitinha, Zaire-Emery, and Mainoo wouldn't be fiery. And there's an option completely out of the picture and impossible for United to sell or loan him to, which is Tottenham. True, they need more of a number 10, but Mainoo can somewhat perform in that role. Or he can be a mix, similar to what Damsgaard did last season at Brentford. And if they replace Bissouma, they definitely need a midfielder of that profile. And trust me, if Tottenham managed to sign Mainoo, I wouldn't be surprised with what Thomas Frank is building to see him end up with an England medal while still at Spurs. As for Manchester United, the situation is a bit tricky. You can't play him with Bruno in one midfield, that's clear. But you have to try other solutions, because a player like Mainoo is a waste sitting on the bench. And if the club decide to sell Mainoo, it would be one of the dumbest decisions they could make. And surely, if they sell him for 40 or 45 million euros, it would be a footballing crime.